inshallah, if you'd like to join us, inshallah. We have the soccer after that. If you want to join us, it's halal, inshallah. So just before, as usual, every Saturday we have the Fiqh Halaqah. But before I start, today I had something, sometimes you look at Muslims and you get surprised. How much time we put for public work, for serving the community that we live in. And is it something from our religion to do that or not? When you ask yourself this question, you know what? The answer will be painful. Because we don't put as much as we should be putting to serve the community. However, I was visiting some families today, and the main people who are serving them and good because of before they record them, anyway, the main people, they're serving them from totally different religion, and I was amazed how much time they put. While we know that alhamdulillah we are on the truth, and this is good for us, for our life and for our akhirah, and we don't too much time they put from they're non-Muslims, and they're serving a Muslim family for a year now. Every single day they are serving this family because they commit. The commitment from their temple, from their church, wherever it is, they are serving a Muslim family for that. And look what happened. They noticed that this family, they don't go to the masjid. They don't have a ride, they don't have cars, whatever. They contacted me, so I was there. And they said, you know what, we're absolutely willing to provide them a ride to the masjid if they want to go and to go pray. I'm not saying that to praise their action or their behavior, but I'm saying it for us to think about how much we put to serve our community. That's it. I'm not praising, I'm not picking on anybody, and I'm not praising anybody, because everybody has his own ideas and his own beliefs at the end of the day. But I'm telling you, and the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam يقول خير الناس أنفعهم للناس. The best of the people ever is somebody who is serving them. Nice. MashaAllah. Well, anyway, let's, this might be a different discussion and topic, inshallah ta'ala. Last week, or the week before last week, and I'm sorry that last week I had some events outside, and something to tell you guys, wallahi, if I'm not here leading the halaqah, I am doing a service, I'm providing a service somewhere in town. Maybe marriage, divorce. If you guys need help with this, I'm there, inshallah ta'ala, and I can help you with that too. Sometimes a funeral, whatever it is. I'm so sorry, sometimes I miss the halaqah, not because I'm just ignoring it, but because I have to do something else. However, I will do my best, inshallah, to give priority all the time to the halaqah, inshallah ta'ala. The week before last week, we were talking about the pillars of the salah. Things that if you miss one of them, your salah will be invalid, and you have to redo your salah, your rak'ah sometimes, or the whole salah in some other cases. Like what? زي ايه بالضبط? What are? النية, your intention for the salah. So they said that one of the conditions of the validity of salah, or one of the pillars of the salah. What else? The first takbir وتكبيرة الإحرام. What else? الطهارة. No, الوضوء ده قبل كده. بتكلم على الصلاة نفسها. The pillars. Like what? الفتح. قراءة الفاتحة. Like what? القيام. What else? الركوع. What else? السجود. What else? التشهد الأخير. No, not the two. One of them. The last one. However, one school they said that even the middle one is still. We'll talk about it today. What else? Sitting. The sitting itself. Okay. What else? No. The qibla, we have to differentiate between the terms here. Terminology is very important. حينما تقول شروط وصحة الصلاة, the conditions for the validity of the salah, these are things has to be considered before the salah itself. When we talk about pillars or sunan, that's stuff that starts with the salah. It's inside the salah. So wudu is before, qibla is before, The cleanliness of the place is before. Cleanliness of your clothes is before. And so forth. Okay, they were 5 by the way. What else? Khushu', no, not of the pillars. At-tuma'nina. We said that to have tranquility in your salah. However, these are things that we counted last time. If you miss again one, khalas, you're done. Today, quickly, inshallah ta'ala, in only half an hour, we will be talking about the Sunan of the salah. And when you, subhanallah, when you read about the Sunan, you will be very acceptable to your brother who is coming from a different school of thought. Sometimes, you know what, you see a brother praying like that, what he is doing? Brother, this is wrong. Sometimes a brother, for example, is doing, like that. Do you guys do that? Or the Ahnaf?
Yes.
Okay. So, no, it's wrong, you have to do it. Anything outside the stuff that we talked about before is give and take, because there is school of thought saying that, school of thought saying that, and everybody has his own dalil. If there is no dalil, don't take it. There is no evidence for it, don't take it. If you're happy with your school of thought that has evidence, take it. You have to follow it. No problem with it. We said, let's go with the Sunnah. The first one, as we said that the opening takbir is obligatory, then raising the hand with 4 takbirs is an act of Sunnah. The first takbir, you raise your hand. Again, is it Sunnah? So, raising the hand, Allahu Akbar. Then, when you go for ruku', Allahu Akbar. Then, when you stand up from ruku', Sami Allahu liman hamidah. Then, when you finish the second rak'ah, or the first tashahhud, and you stand up, you say, Allahu Akbar, 4 times. But the Shaykh don't do that. Again, it's Sunnah. Okay? Don't bother. There are things here, many points from this halaqah today. It will generate lots of questions about sujood al-sahl. We'll talk about it, not today, inshallah ta'ala. Otherwise, we're not going to play tonight. I'm going to be here until Fajr. Okay, we'll talk about sujood al-sahl. Any question regarding sujood al-sahl will be, inshallah, the sujood for forgetfulness will be later on, inshallah ta'ala. So, 4 times. Then number 2 of the sunnah, you put your right hand on the wrist of the left hand, little bit below your chest. Some people, they put it this way, you're fine. But you cannot, that's the way that the Prophet ﷺ used to do when he was standing for prayer, like that. Okay? Number 3, to say dua al-istiftah. When I see, for example, we teach new Muslim brothers and sisters, and mashallah, we're happy to have today 2 of them, mashallah, they're with us. I see some brothers, when they they try to teach them, they're taking it, you know what, everything they have to know. Don't take it easy. Dua al-istiftah, the opening dua, is sunnah. It's hard for him to memorize it when he's starting. Just help him with the Fatiha, which is fard, and leave dua al-istiftah for now. The opening dua, which is, we got it before. Anything that I didn't say, I just say the action, but the content, I talked about it before, when we were talking about how to pray in details. Okay? So dua al-iftah, like what? What's the opening dua that you guys use? Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, wa tabarak asmik, ta'ala jadduk, wa la ilaha ghayr. Simple, very simple. That's number 6, right? Of the sunnah. 2. Number what? Number 1. صح طارق إن شاء الله. Number what? 3. Shabab, please. Focus with me, please. So number 1 is to raise your hand in the 4 takbirs. Number 2 is to put the right on the left. And number 3, to say dua al-istiftah. Al-isti'adah, to say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, is not part of the al-Fatiha, right? However, it's sunnah to say al-isti'adah in the first rak'ah. So, just like that, I'm starting, Allahu Akbar, dua istiftah, then أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, then Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the second rak'ah, I don't say istiftah. Okay? Fine. Number 5 is to say and when the Imam say وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. If the Imam is reading loud, like the 2 rak'at, the first 2 rak'at of Isha, then you say it loud. Not loud, in a moderate voice that you hear it and everybody can hear it in the masjid. However, if it's salah is not loud, you read private or secret, you don't say it anyway. You don't say it loud. Number 6, concentrate with me here. قراءة سورة بعد الفاتحة أو بعض أو شيء من القرآن في ركعتي الفجر وركعتي الجمعة وركعتي العيد والركعتين الأوليين من المغرب ومن العشاء وفي صلاة الاستسقاء وصلاة الخسوف وصلاة الكسوف. To read, the number 6 is to read some ayat from the Quran or a surah from the Quran, as I said, in these prayers. Fajr for sure, and the first 2 rak'at of Maghrib, first 2 rak'at of Isha, and the Khusuf and Kusuf and Eid and Jum'ah. Okay? But if you are reading, you pray, and for example, if you're praying 4 rak'at as Sunnah, what you do? You read the surah in the first 2 rak'at only, or all of them? All of them. So if you pray 4 rak'at, one shot as Sunnah, you read the surah in all of them with the Fatiha. What about if I miss? We'll talk about it later. However, if I have a question about it, we can deal with it quickly, inshallah, at the end of the halaqah. At the end of the halaqah. I love you, brother Amin. Habibi Amin. And then, al-qira'ah, and this is something, a little argument, alhamdulillah, not argument, discussion we had right before the Isha. Something to know about me personally. I go in Fajr as much as I can. And I read in Fajr, I try to make it longer. And I try to make Isha longer. And Maghrib, short. Asr and Dhuhr, short. This is not something that I create. This is the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you pray Fajr at home with your wife, please change in A'taq al-Kafir. Read something else, man. Read something else. Memorize something else. If you're leading your family in Salat, in Fajr at home, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ, you read it like million times. Go to اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق لم يكن الذين كفروا. Who memorized لم يكن الذين كفروا here? خلاص. I'm not putting anybody in the spot here. Okay? For the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when it comes to qira'ah, I got a complaint from Ammar. He led the Fajr today and he was long, he made it long. He complained from the brother, but still complained for me. Alhamdulillah, I like it from you, Ammar. Jazakallah khair. So, because I missed Fajr today. So, the Prophet ﷺ used to make Salat al-Fajr the longest of the day, and he used to make the Maghrib the shortest, and he used to be in between for Asr, Dhuhr and Isha. Isha, to be honest with you, sometimes I don't see you guys except in Isha. So that's why I take advantage if you with us, and we make it a little bit, we read 1 page. Again, to follow the sunnah of the Prophet. However, if we have something, a baby crying, whatever, the sunnah of the Prophet, because some people, they come to you, Sheikh, why you do that? The sunnah, the Prophet used to make it short. In some cases, he used to make it very short. If we have a kid crying in the back or something happening or event or whatever, we make it short. But normal speaking, it's two prayers a day. Be patient with us. for just 10 minutes, and 10 to 12 minutes, it's not a big deal. Okay? This is number 6. I'm not going to ask you to count them now, because I will wait until number 12. Inshallah ta'ala. So number 7 is to read loud in the jahri prayer and private in the private prayer. Meaning that, again, these rak'at that I just mentioned, the Fajr, the 2 rak'at of Maghrib, the 2 rak'at of Isha, has to be loud. There is a mistake that happens here. If I'm praying by myself, if you pray by yourself, you have to make it a little bit loud. You have to hear your qira'ah. You have to hear what you say. And now you guys heard it because of the microphone. But if somebody is praying Maghrib by himself at home, Allahu Akbar. No? This is against the Sunnah. You have to hear yourself. You have to read loud. Not loud that the whole neighborhood hears you reading Salah and everybody, mashallah, is talking about you. He's a very good man, mashallah. My husband is praying and my son is praying. Wallah, mashallah, they're praying every day. Your wife is you praying and she's over the phone with her friends. What's happening at yours? My husband, mashallah, he's praying Maghrib, or he's praying Isha, mashallah. Okay, ask him to make dua for us, mashallah. Okay, it's not this. It's the Prophet ﷺ used to, that's the way the Prophet ﷺ used to pray. To make it loud in these rak'at and private in other rak'at. طيب. I am a ma'mum. I'm not the imam. I'm not praying by myself. لست مأموما, لست إماما, ولست منفردا. بل أصلي مأموما. What should I do? You are like you came now for Salat al-Isha and the Imam is reading Al-Fatiha. What should I do? I should read loud and make the Fatiha clear to confuse everybody around me. Yeah, I should do that. Who told them to come to the masjid? Did you have this before? Have this experience before? A brother next to you, the Imam is reading and he is Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Malik Yawmiddin, maybe sometimes louder than the Imam. And sometimes, even in the tasbih and everything he is loud. No, ya Shaykh, khalas. He said that if the Imam is reading, and again I'm not talking about different madhahib, different school of thought, I'm giving the summary. If the Imam is reading, it's enough reading for you. However, if the Imam gives you a space after he finishes Al-Fatiha, you should read Al-Fatiha. The Imam finishes Al-Fatiha, وَلَا Ameen, and he is thinking about the surah that he's going to read, or he forget, or he is hungry, whatever happened with the Imam, he gives you a little, to be honest with you, it's in the madhab of Shafi'i that the Imam should give a room to the ma'mum to read Al-Fatiha. So if the Imam gives you that room, you should read Al-Fatiha. However, if you didn't get chance to read Al-Fatiha, you're fine and your prayer is okay, inshallah ta'ala. Did I finish all the Sunan relevant to the Qiyam or not yet? Is there anything relevant to the Qiyam? I'm actually asking you, it's not a quiz. Maybe I missed something. With the Qiyam. That's everything with the Qiyam, right? طيب. Then, صيغة الركوع, the way of making ruku' is the sunnah. What is the way that I'm talking about? Ruku'. The ruku' itself is farad. But the way of making ruku' is sunnah. What is it? What's the way that we're talking about? I already touched that before. I explained it actually.
Your hand touch when you bend.
Okay.
Straight.
So your legs and your knees are straight. And your back is straight as much as you can. As much as you can. Okay? طيب. The next sunnah is to say the dhikr 3 times. They even say 1 time is the fard. Some scholars they say that even saying it 1 time is sunnah. But to say it 3 times is an act of sunnah. Okay? So meaning that I caught only 1. The Sharif was so fast, so I made only 1 tasbih, you're fine. Okay? Then Sami Allahu liman hamida, it's an act of sunnah. Rabbana lakal hamd is an act of sunnah. Going for the sujood itself is a sunnah. when I'm trying to wake you up. The sujood itself is fard. But the way of going to the sujood is sunnah. And we have two ways here. Some people, they go, you know what, this is not the right way. There are two ways reported from the Prophet. The first one, that you go first with your knees, and then your hands, and then your face. And then the other one is to go the opposite. To go with your hand, stand with your, on your hand first, and then your knees. Okay, both are okay. And the way of making sujood is a sunnah. What is it? The right way of making sujood. Get me everything relevant to the sujood. On which parts or limbs I should make sujood. How many are there?
7.
Not 10? 7, right? So 2 hands, 2 knees, 2 feet, and the forehead with the nose. 7 limbs. They have to touch the ground or the floor, wherever it is. And make sure that your toes is making sujood like that. Okay? It's not, as I said before, some people are having fun with their feet in the back and they're bothering the people like praying after them, whatever it is. You have to make sure that your toes, even your toes, making sujood. Saying that dhikr in the sujood is an act of sunnah. Sitting is an act of fard, a pillar in between the sujood, but the dua of the sitting is a sunnah. Which is? Rabbi Ighfirli, Rabbi Ighfirli. I said that's the short form, or one of the shortest form. You can keep it, memorize it easy. Whatever you know of the reported dua in the sitting, you should be fine with it. Okay? Then the middle tashahhud, the first tashahhud, an act of sunnah. Sitting for that tashahhud is fard. However, the tashahhud itself is sunnah. So if you missed it, it's, we'll talk about it inshallah ta'ala. طيب, sitting for the tashahhud is, the tashahhud is sunnah, and then the salat al-Ibrahimiyya after the tashahhud, the last tashahhud is sunnah, and then the dua after salat al-Ibrahimiyya is sunnah, and then the second taslim is sunnah, and that's it. Your salah inshallah should be fine. Put the pillars along with this sunan together, give you inshallah ta'ala a perfect salah. When I say sunnah, we mean that something that if you do it, you are perfecting your act of worship. If you miss it, there is no sin on you. However, you don't take the reward for that sunnah, and there will be a medication for that. For many of the cases that I miss something of the sunan, and mostly it is a sujood as-sahw inshallah ta'ala, and I will be explaining next week or the week after about how to make sujood as-sahw, and for which I make sujood as-sahw. This was in brief, and I will take points and comments on that and question for sure. Fadal ya Amin.
Sheikh, you mentioned the prayers for which reading the Quran after the Fatiha is a sunnah, but you did not mention Dhuhr and Asr. Are you implying that it's not a sunnah to read some of the Quran after the Fatiha, after Dhuhr and Asr?
No, I just missed it. No, I know that everybody knows that. Okay. No, absolutely. I was just giving examples. Sorry. So again, Amin raised a very good point. We said that reading part of the Quran, surah or some ayah from the Quran, is an act of sunnah in the following prayers. The 2 rak'at for Fajr, and I said the 2 rak'at for Jum'ah, the 2 rak'at for Eid, Salat al-Khusuf, Salat al-Kusuf, whatever it is, and then for the 2 rak'at for Asr, the 2 rak'at for Zuhr, the 2 rak'at for Maghrib, and the 2 rak'at for Isha. The first 2 rak'at of each prayer has to have a Fatiha and a surah, whether it is loud, jahri, or sirri. I just missed it. Okay?
For the Imam and the Ma'mum.
The Imam and the Ma'mum for sure. For the Imam and the Ma'mum. If you pray by yourself, or if you lead the people in Salah, both you have to make sure that you read the surah after the Fatiha. If I don't know surah, you're fine. Hatta even we said last time, if I'm struggling with the Fatiha itself, as much as you can of Al-Fatiha, if you cannot even say Al-Fatiha, you stand يعني for the period of time enough for reading الفاتحة and then you move, فإن شاء الله تعالى everybody ممارس الفاتحة. I'm sure of that. الحمد لله. Everybody ممارس الفاتحة. Does everybody ممارس الفاتحة؟ لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. ليه يا عم سالم؟ ما حدش بيتكلم ليه؟ عبروني يا عم. Anyway, طيب I'll take the questions quickly for that. 5 minutes for the questions إن شاء الله. تفضل.
بسملة فرض أم سنة؟
البسملة part of الفاتحة. So you have to read it.
What about this surah?
I said it private and then
What about the surah? You have to start.
you should start with it too. Allah, for the imam.
Sheikh, you mentioned last time we did the fard and today the sunan.
Pillars and the sunan, yeah.
However, between the two there's the wajib, right? So
Yeah, the wajib, the explanation of the wajib, as I said it last time, that in some schools of thought, they said that the wajib is something يعني, in between both, and they consider it as fard. And we mentioned some of them, 7 of them already last time. They consider them wajib, and it's part of the يعني, close to the pillars. If you miss it, you have to make up for it. We mentioned that.
you said if you miss some sunan you have to
Yeah. Not for everything. Yeah, some
that's
sunnah.
for the wajib, that's not for the sunan. If you didn't put your hands like that, that's fine. You don't have to make.
Yeah, but they call this, يعني when we go to differentiate between them, you call this, for example, it's hayat al-salat. It's a sunnah, but it's a way of prayer. It's not one of the confirmed sunnah of your salat that you have to get it. It's not the wajib. The wajib that we talked about them, يعني, I don't want to go to the details, the details of the madhahib about it, but we said that the wajib last time, the wajib that we talked about, if you miss one of them, it's exactly as if you miss fard. It's not going to be enough for you to make sujood al-sahw for it. You have to redo it again, or do the rak'ah.
Well, you were talking about Hanbali.
Al-Hanabila.
Okay, maybe is there something?
Al-Ahnaf.
From what I understand,
Yeah.
is the fard you cannot make up for it with sujood al-sahw, but the wajib you can make up for it with sujood al-sahw.
No, you have to make up for it and then get sujood al-sahw. Allah. The stuff that we talked about last time.
Yeah,
What I say today is only sunnah.
Like the first tashahhud, if you miss it, you can make up
Yes.
for it with sujood al-sahw.
Yes, sujood. That's why we say it's sunnah.
No, but
It's not
we're
wajib.
talking about the
Yeah, but no, for their madhab,
yeah.
for their
It is
madhab,
a wajib.
no, for their madhab it's wajib, and according to that, if you miss it, you have to get it. No, it's not that you just make up for it. You have to get it. Okay, it's a pillar for them. It's a pillar, not only a sunnah. It's a wajib reach the level of the pillar. That's why we add them to the pillars.
Did you double check?
Farida, I will double check. I will double check on that, inshallah. The difference between. No?
Hanabi.
It's Hanabila. Don't take us to the different school, please. We'll double check it, okay? Fadal.
For Sobor and Asr prayer, so for people, who are praying behind the Imam, they need to read another surah, because like after Surah Fatiha, do they need to read?
They have to.
That's what I asked.
Yeah, he asked that earlier. They have to. It's Imam is reading private, so he's reading for himself. And then the Fatiha and the Surah. So you should read the Surah for yourself too. Because he's not reading loud for you. However, if you didn't catch him and he was fast, خلاص, you're done. Okay? But you don't stay quiet. Okay? Fine. One more question. Go ahead.
Sheikh, I think maybe I understood wrong.
Yeah.
Last time when you said that if we are praying behind Imam, we don't have to read.
Yeah, we're talking.
Even loud or quiet.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. If the Imam is reading loud, I listen to him. Then his Fatiha is Fatiha for me, his Surah is Surah for me. Okay? The Imam is silent, I have to read. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, but
I'm
like,
hungry.
when you come and you find the Imam and Ruku.
Okay, خلاص. When we
So
say,
it's valid.
I'm saying that I came late, for example,
Yeah.
and all what I catch, the Fatiha, or even he came early.
Yeah.
And if the Imam was fast and I take my time in Fatiha, I read it. Then his reading was reading for me, but I did my best. I read my part. I did my homework. Okay? طيب.
Because I actually read a hadith where it was said that Prophet said somebody was reciting another surah behind him, and his recitation was getting disturbed. So he said not to recite another surah.
Yeah, that's what we said. If you read the surah, if it's silent, then you're silent. If the Imam is reading loud, I'm listening to the Imam, the surah. We didn't say if the Imam is loud with the surah or what, I need to read the Al-Fatiha because it's obligatory upon me.
What I interpret from that is it was a silent prayer, because otherwise he would have read Surah Fatiha as well.
So you guys, what you say, because I want to make this clear. What you're trying to say, that we pray Salat al-Asr. I'm leading the Salat al-Asr and you guys praying behind me. You don't read anything?
No, we use
No, you read Al-Fatiha and you read the Surah, inshallah.
In first two rakah. And then
In the first 2 rakah, and then the second 2 rakah, you read Al-Fatiha. Inshallah. Go ahead.
So you said that we read a surah after Surah Fatiha. So for example, you read in Asr Salat, Surah Fatiha and then Surah Nas, for example.
Yes.
Or let's say you read Surah Fatiha and Inna A'tayna.
Yes.
And I started Surah Nas.
Okay,
So
perfect.
that you will go to Ruku and not be finishing.
Okay, absolutely. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
So
You read part of it. You didn't catch anything of it, but you were reading. Then you follow your Imam.
Everybody in the will be praying behind the
Yeah.
Imam. Will be reading different surah.
Yes. So what's wrong with that? Isn't it permissible just to read only one ayah with the Fatiha? You can read one ayah and your salah will be valid. What's wrong with that? So you don't have to finish the whole surah. It's just part of the Quran.
But according to as you said,
3 small ayat. I know that. I know what you want to say. I studied Hanafi for 7 years. So I know, guys, where you're coming from. And I understand that and respect that. I know that very well. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. But I'm saying that the best way is that I read my surah with Al-Fatiha even when I'm being led by an Imam. Not staying quiet. If the Imam didn't give me chance, that's something else.
I think the confusion arises from the Fajr, Maghrib and Isha. These are loud. Imam allowed.
Okay, we said that. There is no confusion here because we said the Imam is reading loud. Okay?
In three.
Okay, I'm listening to Al-Fatiha from the Imam and why I'm saying Ameen? Why do you think we say Ameen? Because I'm saying Ameen to what he was reading. He was making dua and I was listening to the dua, then I'm saying Ameen. The Imam gave me a chance to read the Fatiha, I will read it for myself. He didn't give me a chance, I will listen to the surah, I'm done. But if it's silent prayer, that's something else. Okay? Fine. We have to go and stop.
Okay, so البسملة allowed ولا
انت بتشوفنا على اوقات كده واوقات كده. Okay? Either way, it should be fine, inshallah. جزاكم الله خير. ان شاء الله we'll see you guys next week. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.